Hey everybody, Travis at mudcreek.com. Today I wanted to do an unboxing and a kind of short review of the Vortex Diamondback HD binoculars right here. This particular pair is the 12 by 50 focal lengths, and so these ones are a little more powerful. They're 12 times, and then you've got, like I said, the 50 millimeter optic on it, and so they're a little bit bigger than some of the other ones. I got these for hunting out here in Idaho, and you know, I was going to replace my 10 by 42 binos that I have right now, and just to kind of have a something a little bit bigger. And I'll talk about some of the advantages and the disadvantages of that here in a second. Real quick, I want to go over the specs here on this particular pair. 6.4 to 5.3 inches is about the size. You'll get a feel for it here in a second. 28.9 ounces, so just shy of 2 pounds, so they're a little heavy. Eye relief is 14 millimeters, so not too bad there. Field of view, angular is 5.2 degrees, and then if you want to say at 1,000 yards, basically you're going to see a preview of 271 feet. So close focus is 6 feet, so you can get it really close. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you can, so that's just to give you an idea. You know, they're not bad necessarily for walking through the woods and you know, trying to spook deer, things like that, and get an idea what, you know, if you have something just fairly close and you still want to, you know, see if it has antlers, or you just want to get a better look at it, you can still use these pretty effectively. You know, I would argue that a 10 by is probably just a little bit better for that, or even an 8. I think 10's kind of the sweet spot for that, you know, busting through the brush and stuff like that, but all in all, I think these can work for that as well. So here's what's included in the box. You have the glass pack binocular harness, which is kind of a nice addition that they include that. I can't remember how much that retails. I want to say it's around like 50 bucks or something like that. It's got a comfort neck strap as well, threaded objective lens covers, rangefinder eyepiece cover, or rain guard, excuse me, eyepiece cover. And so it does give you a few little additional things. Here's the back side. You can see all the features. 8 HD optical system, fully multi-coated lenses. That's pretty typical anymore, but always nice. Dielectric prism coatings, whatever that is. It says it provides bright color, clear color, accurate images. So that's fantastic. Phase correction, armor tech. So that's a coating on the lens to help prevent from scratching. I mean, the thing is with any of these bino lenses, I don't care how much they coat them or what they coat them with. I think you just got to be careful with them. Argon gas purge, that seems like that's fairly typical as well. Rubber armor, I mean, I'll pull these out. They feel real nice. I mean, they feel like they're pretty durable and can take some beating. Shockproof, you know, designed to handle some, you know, probably some basic falls and stuff like that. I obviously wouldn't encourage that, but you know, they should withhold pretty well. The other nice thing is it does have a tripod adapter right here, so you just unscrew that. I'll show you that here in a minute, and you can attach it to a tripod as well. So let's go ahead and bust this open real quick. The warranty, I haven't had to deal with a warranty with this. I'll talk about this in another video a little bit, but some of the guide bino harness that I got, it was missing a buckle, and they fixed that, no problem. They sent me a complete replacement. So just my experience with Vortex as far as customer service goes, I think they stand behind their product pretty well. And most other accounts I've had from other people can also kind of testify to that. So let's go ahead and pop this open, and I'll show you what we got here. So pull this out. Like I said, here is the bino harness that's included with it. And here's some straps that go with that right here. And then you got some literature, you got, you know, your microfiber wipe there. It's always good to just throw in there and have that extra deal there. Like I said, here's your, kind of goes through the instructions real quick, real easy, nothing fancy. Shows you how to adjust it. You know, I like when these instructions are just simple. I love it when they're in English too. Always good. As your warranty. So nothing real crazy here in the warranty stuff, and like I said, it just gives you some basic info, like here's how you attach this to the glass pack, bino harness here, so it's kind of nice. I just like when they keep stuff like this simple. So Anyway, here's your straps that go with this harness right here. This is the neck strap, kind of the comfort neck strap if you like to hang around your neck. Me personally, I'll probably never use this. This will stay in the box nice and clean just because I'm more likely to use this. And I've actually upgraded. I'll just show you this. And I will do this in another review, but I've actually upgraded to this bad boy here. If I can get it up here. So this is the guide bino pack. You can get an idea what that looks like in comparison. It's just got a few more bells and whistles and a little more space. So that's why I roll with that one. But so I probably won't even use this. I may just turn around and sell it, but or I don't know, give it to my brother because I'm nice like that. All right, so let's pull these out here. So as you can see here, here are your front caps like this, and these just pop off. I mean, I like these. I'll probably take these off. I've had them on for a while, and they kind of bug me in the sense that they're just, you know, sometimes they don't always want to fall off super well. You know, when it's in the bino harness, I don't know that you necessarily need to have these on. So I may take these off and just store them inside somewhere and then put them on, you know, if I'm getting in some real dusty stuff or things like that. But in general, you know, these just slide off, which is kind of nice. You know, maybe that's the disadvantage too, you could argue, is that, you know, because they can kind of slide around a little bit. That might bug some people, but all in all, it's a nice addition. You know, like I said, I probably personally will take these off and not use them. In fact, I'm just going to take them off right now so you can get a better idea of the binos here. And then this one goes through your neck straps here, or even through this harness. You could, you know, attach it through there, and it keeps this from falling off. But this is, again, something I'll probably take off and just roll with a bino harness. So you got some of these eye relief knobs here. I don't know the official term for these, but this makes it so you can adjust it, like if you're wearing glasses. I believe you go like this, and then obviously, you know, when I'm not, I've got contacts, and so I just wear them like that. It gives you a little, adjust the eye relief a little bit so that you can use them with different options. So this is, you know, you can correct here on the one side. So, you know, I tend to be left eye dominant, and so for me, I'll kind of get focused in with the main knob on my left eye, and then I'll correct to my right eye, just because I feel like even with contacts, my right eye is just a little off sometimes, and so I'll usually correct to my right eye with this one. And then, you know, I don't know, there's not a, I thought there'd be a lock on that, but there is no lock on that, so that's maybe a little disadvantage. Some of these Bushnell ones that I've had for years have a little ring that you snap back down and it locks in place, so that could bug you. It doesn't move super easy when you got to give it a little force, so probably kind of a non-issue, honestly. So it's kind of a green here, a green color on black, which is a really sharp look. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing some other options as far as colors go, but not a big deal. I don't mind these at all. I think they're pretty slick, and you can get a pretty good idea there. But they're very pretty, if you can say that, in the outdoor world, pair of binoculars. And they just feel nice, like this rub. You know, it's kind of a rubbery coating, but it's not like a soft rubber. And so that's something nice. You got little grips here just to give you a little friction. You know, as you got this in your hand, you got a little friction to work with so they don't drop as easily. You know, if you're out somewhere, even sightseeing, let's say you're up high somewhere and you're just worried about dropping them, it just gives you a little more security there to deal with. So here's the tripod adapter hole here. You have to get the actual mount for it, and I will show you that. I've got one. And grab it out of my case here, but to show you quickly how this works. So this is a tripod harness. I've added a little quick release because you know, it's for my camera tripod. This isn't, I don't believe this is the Vortex one, it's just a generic one. But you can use these to attach it to a tripod. Like I said, I added this to it. Just takes a regular, I'll show you underneath here. Most of these, just a regular tripod screw, basically your camera screw, and it's just going to go into a hole like that. And so, like I said, this is a kind of a quick release, I don't know if you call them clip or whatever you want to call them, deal for a tripod. And so I put these on there. They're pretty cheap. You can get them for $5 to, you know, if you want to spend a little more, you can get $10 ones, you know. But I just put that on so I can quick release it to my tripod, which I'm filming with right now. And then this just screws into here. You know, there's probably some better ones out there. I've noticed this one is a little challenging. You don't want to cross thread it. Just sometimes I like to go back like this to make sure I'm not cross threaded, and then I just secure it down. So you can just kind of tighten it up a little bit. They've got a little flex in them typically. You can see that. So it'd be on your tripod like this. And then that allows you to use a tripod. You see some of these big time hunters that trophy hunt and stuff like that, they like to use a tripod with their binoculars so they can sit and look down them for quite some time. But that just allows you that extra stability that you need sometimes, you know, especially if you're looking for hours on end, to look down your binos and not get kind of the fatigue trying to hold them up, and also just to hold them stable. I mean, that's a huge pain in the butt sometimes when you're glassing out further distances, especially with something like a 12 by 50 like this, where the idea is this is kind of bridging the gap between a spotting scope. You know, you can almost get, I mean, a spotting scope's a huge difference, obviously, but this will get you out there quite a ways, you know. So this little Vortex symbol here just screws right back on, just threads on there. The only downside of that is I could see that getting lost pretty easy, and I don't know that it would hurt the functionality if it did. Like if you lost that, you may even just take it and store it somewhere. If you're worried about that, if you want to keep it as close to, you know, if you're ever to sell them or anything like that, and you want to make sure that they don't lose as much value, I mean, maybe hang on to that, put it somewhere safe. But you can just see that it just screws back on, and that is all there is to it. So you can adjust your focus right here, like I said, and then you're adjusting it to your right eye on this one here to get that dialed in. So like I said, I usually start with the left, get that dialed in, and then I just tweak this one until it gets spot on. So that tends to work pretty well. All right, so that's the general unboxing of this. Like I said, there's nothing real special here. I'll do a separate review and go into this case a little bit more, and we'll compare it to the other one, just so you can get a better idea. Real basic. It's going to hold your camera. Like I said, this will fasten onto a chest harness here, so this can go in here. You can get some basic stuff in here. You're not going to get like real big stuff. I don't even know if like a phone, let me just throw my phone in there. I don't think you could probably get it in these modern phones. You could probably do something like that, but I don't see that working great for, you know, anything real major. So yeah, and you got these little side pouches here. They got a little flex to them. I did notice on this one, when I was trying to put something in a little bigger, this already started to kind of pop off. So I don't know. I mean, I probably wouldn't put too much real big. You could maybe, keyword being maybe, get a rangefinder in there or something like that. But I'd probably mostly, if you're going to roll with this one, I'd probably mostly just use it for your binos. So again, this is the Diamondback 12 by 50 HD binocular by Vortex. It's a really nice pair, and you can't go wrong. So I'll throw a couple videos on the end of this of just some stuff I was doing up in the hills here a while back. They're not going to be super crisp. I mean, it's just the video through, you know, the mounts on the back of these just isn't going to do it justice as far as the clarity and stuff like that, but they do pretty well in low light stuff. I really like these. You know, like I said, Vortex just hard to beat as far as when you add customer service and all the things that they do, kind of the sexiness of the brand. And Vortex just done a great job of marketing their stuff, and so you know, they're hard to beat in a lot of ways because they're fairly reasonably priced. You know, they give you kind of a several different ranges of binos and you know, optics that you can get. You can start at kind of a base entry level price, or you can go up to a higher priced one and go that route. But it's nice because it gives you some options, you know. And this is kind of the middle of the road, you know, for me. It was perfect. You know, is the glass amazing? You know, I don't know. It's much different than most of your modern day ones here. I think they all are fairly comparable. I know it's probably something bad to say, but a lot of these things are probably made on similar manufacturing lines. So, you know, but is Vortex a brand that you can get behind and that you can back the rest of your life? I really believe it is. I think Vortex, like I said, they've just done such a good job of marketing and branding themselves. And, you know, they're going to hold their value. And like I said, they stand behind their product. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. And so you can buy these with comfort of knowing that they're going to take care of you, you know, at least in the near future and immediate future of making sure that you're happy. So I would not hesitate to buy these at all. I've been really happy with them so far. So hopefully that gives you just a first glance of these, and like I said, I'll try to do some more in-depth reviews later. Alright, here's another view I just want to show you. This is clear off in the distance. These are some buttes that we have here in the Snake River Valley. It's a big southern butte here. I can't remember what these are called over here, but you know, those are fairly far off in the distance. Again, shakiness, I apologize. You can see them there now. So, do a pretty good job.